When Yangchen arrived back in Jinduri, probably worried about Kavik being the one discovered as the Avatar spy, turns out Kavik was right there at the inn that they were staying at, and Yangchen was relieved that he wasn't captured. But Kavik had some information for Yangchen when she came back, saying that Zhangdu killed Saito and Kui. I mean, it was Zhangdu's like associate, but it was basically like a hit. You know what I mean? And Yang Chen was in shock and couldn't believe it, and immediately felt like it was her fault because she was gone handling other business, and along with that was gone for 3 days because of the spirit negotiation. So Yang Chen felt like she was the indirect cause of their deaths because she ran off in a panic. And Kavik encouraged her to press on, and Yang Chen performed a lament in remembrance of those two that died indirectly. But now that they were back locked in, Kavik decided to set up his job for raiding a warehouse in order to collect information. And the thing is, this job was what they originally came to Jinduri for, was in order to stop the Unanimity Project that the Shangs had planned in order to gain leverage over the four nations. And Yang Chen was all for it to help him prepare to do a reconnaissance on it. And that's because the warehouse that they was about to raid had a logbook that had the details of the Unanimity Project. And Yang Chen gave Kavik a bison whistle just in case he may need a daring escape and she needs to extract him from the area. But that's just, a worst comes to worst situation. And when Kavik later returned, it turns out that the warehouse was the wrong spot and that the Unanimity Project is still on the ship, causing Kavik to remain undercover, a part of the association. And it left Yang Chen having to remain scouting the port just to see what's going on. Okay, so fast forward, Yang Chen couldn't sleep because she was having nightmares about Jet Soon. So she went over to the port and docks in order to obtain more information. And she managed to sneak past the gates through the port. And as she was trying to get to the dock, she realized that she was being tailed. But she used earthbending to take out the two, but she also used airbending to take out the third one. But here's the thing, y'all gotta remember, Yang Chen is disguised in Earth Kingdom clothing. So her using earthbending, that's like a no shocker. But her using airbender, that exposed her for being the Avatar. And the thing is, this is still like a hush hush undercover mission. So she can't be exposed like this. And now she got three captains that she had to figure out what to do with. So she had to take them somewhere secure. So she decided to appeal to, y'all guessed it, the Order of the White Lotus. And so she took the bodies where she knew where the order would be at, and she repeated a recognition code to an old man. And the man was absolutely confused, but he said that he will make sure to find a high ranking White Lotus. And the thing is, where she got that code from was aka her past lives. So she was able to yank that information from one of her past lives in order to hide a body, and was able to find somewhere secure like the White Lotus. This is why I constantly be saying how OP Yang Chen is, because she can just casually yank out countless and countless of years of information from her past lives whenever she just feels like it, and repeat it back to you. And at the time, that's where Yang Chen was able to take a nap and then eat, and also where she was introduced to Mama. No, Lily, like the person they call her Mama. And Mama knew that Yang Chen did not personally know those recognition codes. So Mama was like, yo, I know you don't personally know those codes. You got it from somewhere. And then she also goes on to say and criticize Yang Chen for being too proactive. And that caused Yang Chen to come to the conclusion that, oh, the White Lotus must be onto something very important and they must be investigating something just like we are. And Yang Chen offered an information trade to see what they know as well. But Mama told Yang Chen to stop and think what Avatar should be. And Mama also goes to point out saying that Yang Chen could be enlightening these people with the truth instead of deceiving them, as Yang Chen's role as the Avatar. But Mama also accidentally revealed that she knew that Yang Chen had a strong connection to her past lives. Yang Chen realized the White Lotus contacted her home. In other words, the Western Air Temple was contacted by the White Lotus. And Yang Chen had to calm down for a minute because she's like, wow, people just giving my information like that? And Yang Chen calmed down and talked to Mama and say, I already talked to my past lives. And every single one of them repeated and say that they regretted being passive. That's not going to be my mistake. And then Yang Chen managed to learn what Mama was actually investigating. And Yang Chen went on to tell Mama what she knew about the Unanimity Project. So they managed to be able to trade information back and forth. And that information that Yang Chen gave, Mama was completely surprised. And on top of that, the ship that Kavik told Yang Chen about, aka the Sunbeam that had the Unanimity Project on it, Mama said that she haven't seen that ship in literally the city limits in like the past 2 months. And Yang Chen asked to go to a site with spiritual activity. And of course, Yang Chen removed the snow that's in the area with the Avatar state. But they noticed that the spaces in the grid seem kind of similar to a target range. But they don't know from what. And Yangchen put the pieces together that her and Kavik just were simply wrong about the sunbeam and the ship. And then fast forward a little bit, Yangchen got together with her entire team at Boma's Inn. And Yangchen goes on to say that the enemy project isn't like some grand like invasion that has anything to do with ships because of the information that she learned. The Unenemy is a trio of 3 firebenders, and not just any firebenders, absolutely extraordinary combustion bending firebenders, in which they would be used as human weapons against the Earth King. Later on, they was able to tell these 3 combustion benders just before they start to put their power on display. And one did a warning shot towards the Earth Kingdom army, and the other one was literally intimidating the residents of the city. And the one that was terrorizing the city, Yangchen decided to say, I'm gonna move in on that one. That one in particular.
Your soul is mine.
So Yangchen was zeroed in on that combustion bender that was terrorizing the citizens, and she executed a smooth raid on him. And she was able to get him into a room, and guess what she did? She yanked and removed all the oxygen out of that room, rendering him unconscious. But because the images are graphic, just, enjoy this like little clip and just let your imagination do whatever. Okay, but I suggest whoever to just look up the scene of her extracting air. It's pretty like intense, more intense than the Zahir scene. Trust me. But once she has that combustion bender unconscious, she has her team drag the body away. So boom, that's one down. And she was able to do the same thing to the other combustion bender that was about to attack the Warrior Tribe quarter. And boom, she was able to apprehend 2 combustion benders. Also, she was able to apprehend Henshi, her op, as well. So things are looking good for Yangchen right now. And for those people that read the Yangchen book, y'all know that, going after the last combustion bender, y'all know what time it is.
I looked at my friends, I was like, it's about to go down.
And the last combustion bender, her name was Yinsu. And she realized her other benders have fallen, so she had to, fall back. And when she fell back, Kavik was following her, aka he ended up falling into her line of sight, which we know that's fatal when your enemy is a combustion bender. And the thing is, Yangchen seriously thought that Kavik was going to die. So Yangchen had to think of something completely on the fly. And Yangchen decided to take a major risk, like major big time risk. So she launched herself at Yinsu, who again, mind you, is a combustion bender and Kavik is in her line of sight. And Yangchen is literally getting into the middle of it, bellowing, saying, commanding her to stand down. And Yangchen is not going into the avatar state because she knows that if she dies in the avatar state, it ends the cycle. And with Yangchen getting into the line of sight, some of y'all are probably thinking like, oh, getting into the line of sight. So somewhat similar to like, Zuko and Katara, where Zuko literally jumps in the way of lightning. And y'all probably thinking Yangchen probably did that. Yeah, no, this is Yangchen. Yinsu turned her aim towards Yangchen and fired a powerful combustion explosion, thinking she was going to hit her. And mind you, like I said before, Yangchen knew that she wasn't going to go into Avatar state because she don't want to risk dying in the Avatar state. But in mid-blast, Yangchen used her airbending to boost her speed. And that's when Yangchen decided to lock in.
X gon' give it to you.
And of course, Yangchen was pissed off because he almost killed one of her allies and almost killed her. So you can imagine the fear coursing through Yinsu's body.
No. Wait.
And again, Yangchen took the air out of the room. Okay, so the thing is, Yangchen went a little bit, too far when this come around compared to the other combustion benders, because that was just, simple, if you know what I mean. They wasn't putting Kavik's life at risk. So Yangchen kind of went ham. And Yangchen was like, oh shoot, I almost killed her. I'm like, I'm supposed to apprehend him. And so Yangchen began to heal Yinsu. So imagine witnessing the Avatar move at super speed, dodging your point blank blast, and then be in front of you pissed off, and then yank the air out of the room, causing you to gasp and fall over. And then you wake up to see Avatar Yangchen healing you with her water bending. And you're like, and Yangchen is basically like, whew, I almost lost you there. So yeah, when Yinsu came to, she accepted Yangchen's mercy and surrendered. And so the Unanimity Project is officially ended.
Hello, Zuko here.
And if you like that video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And also let me know what you think the next video should be based off of. Because like I say at the end of all my videos, I read every comment and I make sure that y'all are heard. Because I'm trying to get to 50K by the end of the year, I would love to have your support and hear more about your ideas. I hope you're able to apply these words in your everyday life. And Lily, thanks for watching. Oh, and a reminder, drink water.
Perfection and power are overrated. I think you are very wise to choose happiness and love.